It all began with a simple love for art. Ava Cole was a quiet, unassuming museum curator in the small town of Crestwood. She worked at the Crestwood Art Museum, a modest yet well-respected gallery that displayed priceless paintings, including a collection of works by a renowned local artist, Claude Devereux. Ava had always admired Devereux's art, but admiration turned into something more, obsession. Ava's life revolved around the museum. Her salary, though decent, was nothing compared to the millions those paintings were worth. She spent countless late nights alone with the collection, staring at the art, imagining what it would be like to own even one of them. That's when she met Miles, an enigmatic art restorer hired to work on the Devereux pieces. Miles had a history, one that he kept hidden, of being involved in art forgeries and smuggling. The chemistry between Ava and Miles was immediate, and soon they were more than just colleagues. One evening after sharing a bottle of wine, Ava confided in Miles about her obsession. The idea of owning a piece of Devereux's work seemed impossible, until Miles suggested an audacious plan. What if they stole the real Devereux and replaced it with a forgery? It wouldn't be the first time he had painted something so convincingly it fooled even experts. Ava was initially hesitant, but the thrill of it, the chance to possess a masterpiece, and the deepening relationship with Miles soon pushed her over the edge. Ava and Miles started planning meticulously. They decided they would steal Twilight Muse, the museum's centerpiece, and Devereux's most famous work. Ava, with her access and knowledge of the museum's security protocols, mapped out every camera angle, every guard's shift. Miles worked on the forgery night after night, perfecting every brushstroke until it was indistinguishable from the original. On the night of the heist, Ava used her security clearance to disable a few cameras for maintenance, something she had done before without raising suspicion. At midnight, with the museum empty, Miles slipped in. Ava guided him through the building, and together, they replaced the original painting with the forgery. The real Twilight Muse was taken to Ava's apartment, hidden behind a false wall in her study. They pulled off the heist flawlessly, or so they thought. But Ava wasn't the only one obsessed with Devereux. A local art collector named Victor Reyes, known for his questionable tactics to acquire rare pieces, had long eyed Twilight Muse for himself. He had bribed a guard at the museum to tip him off if anything suspicious happened. When Ava disabled the cameras, the guard informed Victor, who wasted no time launching his own investigation. Victor anonymously tipped off the police, suggesting they inspect the museum's artwork. When the forgery was discovered, suspicion quickly fell on Ava, as she was the one with access and knowledge of the security system. The police also learned about Miles, who had a criminal record that wasn't as clean as he'd led Ava to believe. Realizing the net was closing in, Miles panicked. He suggested fleeing the country, but Ava, not ready to give up her dream of keeping the masterpiece, hesitated. In a desperate move, Miles betrayed Ava, attempting to sell Twilight Muse to Victor Reyes in exchange for a quick escape and some cash. But Victor, seeing an opportunity, decided to double-cross Miles, tipping off the authorities during the exchange. Miles was arrested in a sting operation, and he quickly gave up Ava to try and cut a deal. Police raided Ava's apartment, finding the stolen Devereux behind the false wall. Ava was arrested, her obsession with the painting laid bare for everyone to see. In the end, Miles received a lighter sentence for cooperating with the police, while Ava was sentenced to 10 years for grand larceny and conspiracy. The true Twilight Muse was returned to the museum, now more famous than ever due to the heist. Ironically, Ava's obsession had brought the painting more attention than it had ever received on its own, but at the cost of her freedom and the love she had betrayed everything for.